You ever check your bank account and actually feel a sense of calm? Not dread, not anxiety, but calm. Well, there's a specific number that makes that happen. And I'll give you a hint. It's not $1 million. It's way smaller, and it's the number that can completely rewire your entire relationship with money.
So let me ask you, when I say the word wealthy, what's the first number that pops into your head? For most people, it's something huge, right? 1 million, 10 million, these massive goals that feel so far away, they're almost imaginary.
Yep, we're all told that $1 million is the magic number. But focusing on that big, shiny goal means we miss a much smaller, way more important milestone that actually changes everything way earlier in the game.
And that number? It's $20,000. Now, that's not just a random number. It's a dividing line. It's what separates the people who are just getting by from the people who are actually starting to build real wealth. It's the first real turning point.
So, why this number? What's so special about 20 grand? Well, before you hit this mark, trying to save and invest can feel like an impossible struggle. And it's not just about the math. It's about what's going on inside your head.
I want you to think about it like you're pushing a giant, heavy boulder up a hill. That first part is just brutal, right? It's the slow, painful grind. But that $20,000, that's the crest of the hill. And once you get there for the first time, gravity starts working for you instead of against you. And here's the real shift that happens. When you have no savings, your brain is literally stuck in survival mode. It's constantly scanning for threats, reacting to crises, and can only think about the next paycheck. But once you have that $20,000 buffer, your brain flips a switch into growth mode. You're not just surviving anymore. Now you can actually plan, you can strategize, you can build. And look, this isn't just a nice idea. It's backed by hard data. A study from Vanguard found that having just $2,000 in savings boosts your feeling of financial well-being by a massive 21%. Get that up to 3 to 6 months of living expenses, which, for a lot of people, is right around that $20,000 mark, and it jumps again. You have literally bought yourself the mental freedom to think long-term.
So once your psychology is shifted, that's when the math starts to get really fun. This is where that boulder we were talking about starts to pick up some serious speed all on its own. Just look at this timeline. Let's say you're saving $1,000 a month. Getting to that first 20 grand is a 19-month grind. But the next 20,000, that only takes 17 months, because now your money is starting to make its own money. Now, fast forward, once you have a $400,000 portfolio, your investments are generating that same 20 grand in just 5 months. The snowball is getting bigger and it's moving faster.
And the best part, this isn't some secret investment strategy for the rich. It's just simple math. You know, a 10% return on $2,000 is $200. A 10% return on $20,000 is $2,000. The principle is exactly the same. It's the scale and the impact that totally change the game.
And that impact, that new financial foundation, it starts to ripple out into every single area of your life. It all starts to change, beginning with your career.
Suddenly, you have what's called walking away money. Think about that. It's the absolute freedom to leave a toxic job or a bad boss without panicking about how you're going to pay your rent next month. You're not negotiating from a place of desperation anymore. You're operating from a position of pure strength.
Your whole perspective on money just shifts. You stop wasting your precious mental energy agonizing over buying a $4 coffee, and you start focusing on the big decisions that actually move the needle: your housing, your car, your income. You start to see opportunities that were always there, but you were too busy putting out fires to even notice them. And this new mindset completely changes how you look at big purchases. So let's take a brand new $30,000 car. The monthly payment might seem fine, totally manageable, but what is the real cost? See, that car doesn't just cost you $30,000, it costs you the $200,000 or more that money could have grown into over 20 years if you'd invested it. That's opportunity cost. And when you see it that way, buying a reliable used car doesn't feel like a sacrifice anymore. It feels like a brilliant strategic move toward your own freedom.
But here's the part that most people miss, and honestly, it might be the most important piece of this whole puzzle. Saving that first $20,000, it's not really about the money. It's about who you have to become to do it.
Think about it. To get to that first 20 grand, you had to build discipline. You had to track your spending, delay gratification. You had to say no to some things so you could say yes to your future. You didn't just save money. You proved to yourself, maybe for the first time, that you are the one in control of your financial destiny.
And that identity shift,
that's permanent. Learning how to prioritize your long-term well-being over short-term wants isn't just a money skill, it's a life skill, and it will pay you back in every area of your life forever.
So that $20,000, it's not the finish line. It's the starting block. It's the foundation you get to build the rest of your life on. It's the moment you stop just reacting to what life throws at you and you start designing it. So the only real question left is, what are you going to build?